Hello there, everybody. Sorry for the slightly late start. Perry, it is so good to see you. I haven't seen you in here in a long time. Well, except for like sporadic visits, so I appreciate the ferret emote so much. Hello there, Hendris, Vantag. Hello, welcome, Carrie. Only leave if presented by a sandwich with the perfect mayo to bacon, lettuce, tomato ratio. Oh, soggy bread. Alright, so what we're doing today is a little bit different. Also, Zarlark. Hello there, Zarlark. Because we kind of finished up the stained glass, more or less. I'm going to be editing the rest of the NIF stuff on the Monday stream, where it's much more modding and in-game testing based. So today I felt like we might as well start trying to figure out the other assets, because those are going to be things that I'm going to have to work on retexturing and figuring out how it's all going to be coming together. So I had, let's see here. I had this one mod in Skyrim that had caught my eye that I really fell in love with. It was Designs of the Nords. And it's a really good banner replacement mod, should you be so inclined. And it has Dark Brotherhood replacements. And I have no idea if the mod author will let me package their stuff into the mod, because that's going to be a few ideas I have. I'm going to have to reach out to modders and ask, like, hey, is it okay if we combine our stuff? Because I know that's a thing that exists in the community, but I've never really done too much of that. So my main goal right now is to work on what I can for as long as I can and try to make a really good presentation, so that way I'll have the best case to submit to them, be like, hey, let's do this. Let's collaborate a little bit. Oh, the blue screen thing. Yes, I just noticed it when I was going live, and I'm like, well, screw it. Patreon is weirded out again. I guess they edited their code or the positions of how they have things placed on their website. So it is janky. It is not showing correctly. And I don't have like a global button to press, just turn Patreon off and on. So I'm like, I'll leave it. The one time it derped out like that, it fixed itself after a while. So that just reinforces me to just be lazy. I blue screen all the time. Ghost software is super outdated. Mini blue screen of death. Yeah. Oh, Patreon. Alright, so all that being said, I'm going to assume that we can make this work. So I'm going to essentially be putting together what assets I would like to have as part of the Dark Brotherhood set, and then what colors we want to attribute to that, and kind of work all of the pieces together at the same time, to make it all like cohesive and actually look like it's all part of one set. Now, I guess I remember in the past when I had put this document together long time ago, I was looking at this one, and I think I like this design still, with the, I don't know, the weird lines compared to the skeleton stuff, because we're gonna have skeletons, but I feel like Dark Brotherhood, the symbols that really, maybe not symbols, that might not be the right word, the things that one recognizes about the Dark Brotherhood, you have the hand, that's something that's prevalent, that has to exist, and then usually blacks and reds, that's kind of their thing, and skulls, lots of skulls. So I don't want to really overdo it with the dead bodies everywhere. I was kind of thinking we could take one of these and take the colors of this and put the two together so that way it's its own unique thing, and ask the mod author if we can use that, essentially. So that is my current thinking process. I just need to grab this image here and throw it in here. Let's get rid of this outside bit here. We need to bring the tolerance down on our magic wand so we're not selecting anything but blackness that surrounds it. There we go. Alright, so these colors here. Gosh, I took the background that existed for the ESO concept art that was officially released. It's so bright for what we're working on with the Dark Brotherhood stuff. Because this is actually the original one right there. Elder Scrolls Online. Like, we're gonna be doing our own. Make it look official ourselves. But I need to actually bring the brightness down a bit because it's ridiculous. For our working document, we don't have to be that sexy looking. Should just do something like that. Maybe you could save the logo, but like drop the saturation. Yeah, I mean, are you talking about like the background here? Because for official concept art, I can make it like all papery and cute and stuff. But for right now, since we're just really working on core concepts here and just real nitty-gritty concept art, I'm just gonna have, I think, the gray background, just make it easier for focus. So yeah, combining these two, I'll just leave it like that. I picked up my tea with every intention to drink it, and that's not what's gonna happen right now. So I'm gonna be moving this over. We'll do colors. Now, from the notes of this mod, which is actually interesting, when they were just doing the work in progress of them before they were actually released, this was based on the color scheme of the Dark Brotherhood armor. And that's kind of why it looks so much more busy in the work in progress. That's kind of why I want to use those colors, because that way it'll all mesh together. That's another thing that I also want to incorporate is new Dark Brotherhood armor as an option for people. In a perfect world, if I can actually pull it off, I'd like to have like the Hammerfell style available, and then like one for each different province, like that style, that ethnic style brought into the armor. But we'll see. We will see. That kind of requires skills that I don't have a very good handle on quite yet. Is the Patreon thingy dead? I mean, like, Patreon itself still exists. The way I have it set up on OBS is a little bit questionable right now because Patreon fiddled with their site. So, because I still haven't been able to get like a widget that can just draw like the Patreon bar. Like, all I want out of the information is how much is currently existing on Patreon, like X amount of dollars out of X amount of dollars goal, and then like the goal bar. It's just that little bit. And I've scoured the internet for just like someone who's already made like a little script for that. No one has. So I just kind of basically crop out the website exactly how I want and use filters to cut out the white backgrounds of the website, because apparently any CSS I inject into the page is like denied in OBS. So I'm just like, well, I guess I'm just gonna do hacks, all the hacks, and then they update their website. This has happened before. So let's see, we need candles. And I don't... See, this is annoying. I probably should have opened up the creation kit, because I don't know if we have just images of those assets on the World Wide Web. Yeah, just all crazy mod pictures, which is cool, but oh, this is nice. But I don't really want to do the horn ones. I'm kind of feeling like for the Dark Brotherhood, these are probably, I mean, these are probably the ones we want to use. These long ones, and just have the candles either be retextured black or red. Probably a combination of both. Like, there's something about that kind of design, it just works with the whole Dark Brotherhood feel. But these are pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Putting it in a jar, that's clever. I kind of like that design idea. That is a water pipe. Alright. We'll go with that one, because that was originally what I was planning on, unless I found inspiration elsewhere. And I really haven't, and I could experiment, but probably take up more time than one would like. Incense burner. That was a thing that is a thing that exists in game, I think. I seem to remember that. Do one really quick search here. Yeah, it's all really the same. All right. These candles it is. This is a good enough image for it, so we'll grab that. Scripting hurts. It makes my head hurt. Music videos from 2005. Woof, that is back. Way back. Patreon has an API. I can probably make what you want this weekend. I mean, if you can do that, I will be so happy, because it's been literally years dealing with like having to. Well, I mean, it's not really that bad. I have a nice setup, and I just have to edit it whenever Patreon updates their website. But any automation that can be done to make one's life easier is, I think, worth it. Okay, so this is a set. I don't know how big the set is, though. I know there's like the tall candle, and then I think there's a medium and a small. I think there's 3 of them. We're gonna go on the presumption that there's 3, so then we have to retexture. We'll have to make a duplicate set of these models and then texture the candles accordingly. And maybe the bottoms, we could see about making that all custom looking too. We'll see. Fall Out Boys, Dance Dance plays in the distance. Oh, use a bite update. We are now halfway there. Eh? Okay, we have banners, we have candles. You know, I really actually should open up my Excel sheet that I've got for this and double check. We do want carpets. I guess doing like a rectangular one or round one and a square one would give us like the most flexibility. Banners long and short use Dunmer assets. Oh. I see what I wrote down there. Okay. Alright. Rugs. Skyrim rugs. I think all the shapes really exist here. We have the square and the really long rectangular ones, which actually is in 3 parts. You have this bottom part here, you have this center, and then you have the other end. So you can just keep putting in middle pieces to make it as long as you want. I think the red-black combo is probably what's going to work. We're probably going to just see about using those colors. Let's see if anyone's done this. Probably not, but it's always good to check. Oh, hands everywhere. Oh. No. That's funny. There's my picture. There's so little, like, actual content. It's kind of sad. ESO has the typical Dark Brotherhood banner. It seems too boring though. I want something more visually interesting. I think it's just better. And I know it's got like this really cool book, the Black Sacrament thing. And we will be retexturing a book for that. That is a thing that's going to be happening. Vampire Skill Muse. Oh, a bite update. I understand now. I got you. Okay. Patreon's API docs are a mess. They should just list the method and tell what each method does. Yeah, I think that's probably why a lot of people haven't really made much integration or connectivity with Patreon, because it must be difficult to do. That's funny. Oh, people. All right. Yeah. There's no imagery of it. Alright, well, I have in my documents here, I think this is the rug that's used in the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary. Took screenshots where applicable. But these are just like random designs. they're not really, they don't scream Dark Brotherhood, I should say. So we will have to come up with our own design, I think, for that. I could copy, oh, nope. Oh, but I like that book. That is different than what I've seen before. Ah, here we are. Yeah, it doesn't scream Dark Brotherhood. We'll throw it into our document here for now, and probably come up with our own design. Probably a reworking of the banner, to be honest. That would make it fit much nicer. And we also have this nice little thing here. I'm gonna take that book, try to recreate that. Yeah, and they have the red candles here. So I really should have just played through the Dark Brotherhood DLC, because I would have gotten a much better understanding of what assets are in the mod. Oops. It's not what I want to do. Oh, it's actually, I need to grab this book. Where are you at? There you are. No, it's not talking about it. Okay. Look at the actual image. There we go. Gonna find out what book that is later, and we'll incorporate it. Oh my gosh, it's the tiniest thing. So we have that. Those candles. All right. So the rugs, book, and we're also going to have this book. Pretty much that whole thing, really. Oh, I did not have to make a duplicate. Banners, different rugs, books, candles. Is there anything I'm missing? Have you recorded the June vlog? Not yet. I normally save that for, well, it's either today actually or tomorrow. It's probably gonna be later on today, to be honest. I save that for like the last possible minute, just so that like it is the full month in review, as close as I can make it. So ASO plus help. Also, speaking of DB, there's a message on Discord for you. Excellent. I'm probably gonna be asking you a few things, aLuck, after the stream in regards to that sanctuary. And I had looked at the way ESO had done the armor and the bows and all this other items. Like this shield, I want to get this shield into the mod as well, because that looks really nice. Actually, fair point. I think I'm gonna put that shield in and the axe here. Because they have certain design elements that could be helpful. I think Skyrim has these ceramic. God, that stained glass is real nice. I appreciate it. I don't need Skyrim in real life. Rustic pottery. Yeah, I think I want a pottery set as well. Different bowls and items. Modernist resource pack. So it'll be helpful to see what we have. Because most of these things I think are in-game assets that are just put together. Cute candles. And the little bowls. And I can't, there we go. These, I think the only thing in this that I would actually end up using is the pile of skulls. They don't really have a nice, I mean they have their dishes thing there, but I need a nice visual. Want myself. Oh snap. That would look good in one of the rooms for like that ethnic feel. Okay, so they have the candle asset there. Let's see. Can we not have, there we go. I think this set would be acceptable. A little bit much though. We can probably cut back. I can use this as the reference image. Well, we're gonna be editing the color of that obviously, but oh, these are from The Witcher, that's why. I'm like, oh, these are quite nice. Can't wait. Good. And ask away, I will. Right now it's just a matter of fully collecting all of these thoughts. Ah, dang it. I don't know which urn we plopped down in the mod itself. I think maybe this one. Maybe more like this one. Yeah, okay. That should work. Having the urn shaped like that. There's Morrowind. Oh wait, I don't want to open the link. I want to open the image. That's what I was doing wrong. Normally I was so used to right-clicking and viewing image, so... using Firefox and all that. Until Google decided to make things more difficult. And Chrome also, like, you can't just drag the image right into Photoshop. You have to, like, drag it to a folder, then drag it to Photoshop. It's a mess. So we're gonna drag that image over. Whoop. Drag this image over, drag that image over, and then drag them all into Photoshop. So we do want an urn retextured. Probably two variants of it. One being the older version that currently exists in the sanctuary when you go into it the first time. Because that whole section there in the sanctuary is the catacombs in the original, as well as kind of the rehash version that I'm doing, and then the new version of it where you have the recently deceased members. Though I'm still like on the fence where it's, do they have their own urns over there? That would make sense, but I also wanted to give them the tombstones. It's a little bit confusing to have it in two areas. And then out of this set, we'll pick and choose here. I'd like to set up a skull with a candle on it. Even though it's super tropey, it's still having those skull motifs around every once in a while it's a Dark Brotherhood thing. I can accept it. I just don't want to have it every single place, just like the hand being everywhere. It's too much. We're gonna rely heavily on the colors, and then those motifs, and hopefully some other things too, if I can think of them. We have these three. I don't... Well, actually for the dinner table, yeah. Okay. We will take that. Oop. Get rid of you. I no longer need you. Right. The picture, oops, let's be a little bit nicer with that. These two, I think, are really more planter potter things. Don't know if they're not necessary really, but I guess I could maybe do them. Same as these, I suppose. Dang it. So many things to do. Do the two different cups. Tankers can be default. Plate is gonna go in there. Should probably actually move it over here. bowls. Yeah, we'll do both. Now the interesting part for me is that I'm probably going to say, okay, these are the assets, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to want to get the modder's resource where they have like the food and the plates and the bowls is like that one mesh that you just put there and it looks pretty and the player can't really interact with it too much. I might incorporate some of those into the thing when I'm cluttering, and I'll have to retexture them as well. But they use the same assets, so it shouldn't be an issue. I just need to do that texture and then apply it more than once. I really want planters. I mean, because they're underground and they don't really have real light. Do I want to have plants? I know the one character is going to be very interested in that, so if it's going to be a room, and I'd want to make it more... Oh, wait, no. Oh, we got rid of that character. I'm sorry, I was saying like a wood elf, and I'm like, it doesn't really have to be Dark Brotherhood items, but she's turned into a Nord now with a completely different personality. You know what, I'll leave that out. I'm just gonna stick with these things because it's more than enough work as it is, I think. So the plates, cups, tankers, normal, bowls. Yeah, I think that should be fine. And then the fork and spoon stuff, that can be part of Modder's resources. What else? What else? There's gonna probably be other books that have special covers. I kind of need to hunt that down. That's in the Excel sheet too, actually. All books and all of the Elder Scrolls games that pertain to Dark Brotherhood or anything that relates to Dark Brotherhood, vampires and stuff like that. I'm going to be integrating a lot of books into the Sanctuaries library. Just for funsies. And that's not even considering the written works that's going to be provided by my writers, hopefully. All right. Is this everything? I think I want to do table covers as well. I don't know if we can find a picture of that. I know it exists in Skyrim, in the creation kit. God, what's the champion's boat that they live in? I can't remember the name of it, and I feel really foolish for forgetting, because it's such a big thing. Dang it, I'm totally blanking on it. This thing right here. They have, yes, this is what I'm looking for. Do we have a better picture of it? That is not it at all. Look at those fancy chairs, my goodness. I love it too because the animation for these chairs is like, I think, the lazy king looking thing. Oh, the round banners. Right. Yeah, designs of the... Oops! Designs of the Nords. It may have that round banner in their images. They probably lovingly retextured. Or not, or they don't have it at all. I can't grab it as a a reference. Dang it. Oh well. I think their API have all I need to make what you want. Do you have D&D today? I don't. Normally I'd have the Chill Fest, but I don't have that either. So I'm gonna be working on other art. Quote unquote real art, because this is just the concept stage, but I figured this was important, and it's like you guys can see what goes into figuring out what is needed before you even get into the painting stage of the asset creation, because you do want to have like a cohesive set, so you have to like figure all that out first. But later on I'm gonna be painting the Patreon picture, because guess who still hasn't finished it, and it's the last minute to get it done. It's like halfway there. I just gotta pound it out in a few more hours, call it done. Dang it. Okay, that's really annoying. Well, I know the round banner exists. I don't know if I can use it, but I guess I'll find out, because I like having options for decorating the walls. I like decoration options. Oh, it's in the hall too. Ah, good. Right. Okay. I will make a note of that. Let's grab this, put it in here to bring it in. Oh, it is the wrong file type. Dang it. Okay. Well, then we're just gonna open up the snipping tool in Windows, my favorite tool ever. It's like the best utility. Whoop. Just go in here, and then in here, and save. Okay, what the heck is this thing called? Because then I can actually Google it. What is their boat called? Ah, there it is, Yovasker. Eh. I'm not gonna get a better image, am I? This is gonna give me the sads. Oh, Minecraft. Next time I open the creation kit so I can just jump from cell to cell. Oh, all right. Give it one more go. Hall table. We'll do that one. Okay. So we're gonna drag in this round banner, which I'm not sure if we're gonna be using or not, because I don't know if it'll mesh well with this one, but we'll see. And we have a Z table. I'm gonna shoot some questions on Discord before I forget them, and you can answer whenever you want. All right. Got 2 things waiting for me on Discord now. Okay, so we got the kitchen stuff, we got the urns, candles, shield later on in the axe. So that's separate. We're gonna be doing the whole armor and clothing and weaponry stuff later, because that's another whole set that I'm gonna be doing, because I'm way too ambitious for my own good. I believe that's all of the necessary ingredients, at least for now. So at this point, if I was off stream, I'd probably open up the creation kit and start digging for each asset, finding them, finding their textures, putting all the textures up, and then like starting to work on it. But since we are live, before I forget, I should probably mark this rounder banner that I probably won't even end up using. Come on, you. There we go. Calling it Champions Hall again because I don't know how to spell your Vaskar. But yeah, since we are live, I feel like it would just take too long to open it up and be digging and stuff. It wouldn't be really that interesting for you. So I just need to remember to do that off stream at some point. Either that or you'll have to suffer with me some other time. For right now, I think we have everything we need, so I'm going to make another folder. It'll be our carpets folder. Oh. And then we will have square, which isn't exactly square right now. I should probably just make it the fixed ratio and make it an actual square. Then we'll have our circle. We're also gonna have a fixed ratio on that as well. Okay. Where's our banners at? That's not what I want. Move that over. Pull that off for now. And then we can work on these. For now. It's not gonna be the right perfect size and everything else, but we can start like coming up with some ideas. Which I think will be good. For the record though, yeah, this must have been part of the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary carpet thing that I was doing. Just has to be. I'm gonna put these over on the side just so I have them here as general reference, even though I feel like coming up with like our own idea, our own look is much better. Making it rain. What? Ooh, I don't want to capitalize that. I don't even know if it would work all caps. All right. Now, how do we want to design these? I'm not really a person that designs rugs often, so I feel like this is going to be a bit of a challenge for me to just feel out essentially what I'm doing. Because some of these get really intricate. It's really pretty. And my first thought goes to, should they incorporate the Nordic feel, like the Nordic spin on what the Dark Brotherhood is? And then it's like, well, I'm making these rugs and they are going to have already existed in this sanctuary. These are going to be one of those assets that were already there. So I'm hoping to have like a fusion of old and new. If we can do that. Again, I'm going to have to like stop somewhere with like the asset creation, so, and make do with what we got. So I don't actually know enough about the lore to say whether it should have a Nordic feel to it. I think so. I think in that part of the timeline when the sanctuaries were falling, I mean, it was Skyrim. It was very much Nordic territory. So I guess you would have a vibe, that vibe to it. Because it is a much older sanctuary, but it was abandoned kind of fairly recently, if you're thinking in the grand scheme of the timeline. And they would have replaced their rugs every once in a while, I assume. There's also furniture in ESO that looks very nice. And from all the races too. Oh yeah, ESO, I think we've stated this. ESO for me is mostly just reference candy for me. Just be like, oh, this. A red guard house. Very nice. And mods are too, for like different ideas, for sure. Okay, so the Celtic stuff. Let's see. We want folder and a mask on it. And same for this one. We're going to make a folder and we're gonna mask it. And the circle, we're gonna make a folder and mask it. These will just go in here as bases. But we're gonna work with the rectangular one first, I think. Oops. Let's grab this, and I'm thinking this kind of effect. Ooh, forgot the fixed ratio business. Plus, this isn't exactly straight, so we're just gonna do something like this. So, do I want the raggedy edge thing? Yes. So something like this. Along the edge of it. Whoa, okay. So we have like the fuzzy edges here. And that would go all the way down the sides as well as the top. Do that right? Yeah. So we have that going on. And then this Celtic knot element we can do as an outline. Oh my gosh, can we select this a little bit better? Oh, Alcos just made it rain and wants me to sing. What? Go to your house and have a look at all the stuff you can get from the Crown Store. I'm not going to, mainly due to I buy it all. Oh, the temptation is great. I see. Okay. There you go. There's your points. And that's for singing? I don't know, man. Let's see. I feel like I have to stop thinking about rugs. I kind of drop whatever I'm doing when I sing. Lyrics, come to me. I know what I want to sing. All you have is your fire, and the place it needs to reach. Don't you ever keep 'em on a leash. When I was a man, I thought it ended. When I felt love's most perfect ache. Oh man, I forgot the rest of it. Ah, crap. Yeah, my brain just blanked. Look at that. I'm trying to like think about rugs while also singing. Think about rugs. Something about ashes. Just sing something you know the lyrics to. I couldn't even manage that. Oh, that's what it was. But my peace always depended on all the ashes in my wake. There, I did it. I feel like I gotta be in the right mood though to really sing those songs like properly. Like have the emotion behind it. There are so many designs and rugs. I'm not a rug person. This is crazy. I don't know what's the best design to use. My goodness. You can go crazy too. Okay, well, keep it simple, I suppose is the goal. So we have this around the outside, we have the Celtic knot around that. Dark Brotherhood. How do I translate this banner? Is our luck is recording to use as a lullaby? Oh man, that reminds me of Golden Slumbers. That was another one like I used to love singing to myself. But I also kind of forget the lyrics of. And in, wait, can I remember it? And in the end, the love we take is equal to the love we make. I don't know if it's we or you. I'll be upfront about that one. That one gives me ideas. Okay. Ragnarok. Love it. We'll just open tab on that one. Grab this. Oops. We're not in Photoshop, brain. You actually have to do work to get this. You can add lullaby songs to the higher Patreon tiers. That's a talent. My goodness. You silly. I mean, if that's what you guys would really, really want to see as a Patreon reward, sure, I'll do it. I don't feel like my voice is professional in any sense of the word, but I am willing to do such a thing if that is what the fans demand. Or friends in a lot of cases. Let's be real. Okay. generally like that. We cut this like that. Put this together. What do we got? Singing full song seems to be a suitable Patreon reward. I mean, it was one of the things that I was always kind of like, oh, that could be fun to do. But I also feel like here on stream, I could just sing a song and I don't have to worry about messing up. It's just like, it's a silly little thing. But for like as an actual reward, I feel like I'd need to go try hard mode. And I've always been dissatisfied with my try hard mode. That's why you never see any of those kind of videos really up on YouTube or anything. Because I'm just like, eh. Between me not being able to remember all the lyrics and whatnot. You're back. I need to have a word with Bill the Duck. Interesting code. That should be the whole rug here. Interesting shape going on. I kind of dig it. Make it a little bit thinner. Okay. There's something about this part here and the way this main outline is shaped that speaks to me. The middle, I don't know. I think that's an element that may not work. Then I'll copy that, go to this, and just kind of very carefully cut this out. Oops. So awkward with the mouse. But we're doing it. We are mostly using the mouse today. Okay. That looks really distracting. I'm gonna grab some of that bluishy gray, I guess. And just fill this area so it's a little bit less jarring to the eyes. Speaking of, I should figure out the base color. I think it's gonna be this red. Probably use this red though. Yeah. I should save. I like the casual muse. Don't need to try too hard. But I'm a perfectionist, Alcasa. Pro tip, mouse and click open most links in a new tab. Mouse middle click. I can read. It only won't work if you're using a bad browser, plus the website with the link has weird hacks. Yeah, but I assume you mean with the Google stuff opening up the images. You have options here of open link in your tab or open image. So if I do the middle mouse click, I'm gonna get the actual page rather than the image, and then I have to scour the page for it. And I hate that. 'Cause sometimes the images don't even exist on the pages anymore in Google. I grabbed them. It's a pain for me. What they did. How could they? Those horrible people. Oh, that's funny. Silliness. Actually, do you have any other interesting shapes? Thought I saw something in that. And now I'm not entirely sure if I can really see the thing that I want to see in that. No. But that did give me an idea vaguely for a moment. No. No. God dang it. There it is. Oh, it's so tiny. It's still so tiny. I would need to get that image somehow. I'm not really sure how I'd want to incorporate that. No. I think I was on the fence with these areas here, whether it should be a skull or bones of some sort. I'm thinking the hand is gonna win out for these two areas. I should probably slap down a hand there and see how it looks. We'll look at their images here. Might be some design that invokes an idea. That is the rug that, oh, they had a top down. That would have been a better image to grab from. You know, I think the clean edge look might be better rather than the frayed edge for their rugs. Yeah. Oops. Gonna just throw that in there. Throw it in here. What a shady URL full of tracking elements. If the image doesn't exist on the server anymore, Google will only have stored the low-res base 64 encoded version of it. I mean, I know, but sometimes a fuzzy image is all I need. It's like, just give it to me! Alright, do we want a clean knot or a slightly more oddball knot? Clean knot is easier for me to do. This one would be more time consuming and weird for me to do. So obviously I should have the uniform knot, but I think this knot looks better. And older. Damn it. Okay, let's get rid of the fray edges. Look better thinner. I think these look better thicker. Oops. That's not what I want to do. Which one? Zerlik, redeem sponsor an ESO stream. Oh my goodness. You're like the only one who does that, and it's just like, I need to keep the reward up just so that your name could be there, because we know who loves the ESO. You're like the patron, the patron of ESO streams. Also have these harsh edges. I feel like I should incorporate this somehow into the rug. I'm not sure how, and I don't really know if I want to. Because, I mean, you could just take that and slap it onto the edges here, but that's just eh. I was thinking of going with those lines. Let's see. We grab this hand here. Kind of do something along the lines of this. Keep that shape. Down here. Well, I can't do it for Old Rem, and someone did not fix her load order. It is... God, it's ridiculous. Also, I've been playing ESO. If Zara doesn't sponsor the streams, you wouldn't make Rika stronger. Rick is a total weenie. the first play build, and it's pretty obvious. Cat! Hello? You picking right next to my desk? Yeah. Let's clean this up a little bit so I can see a little bit clearer. I want to get rid of this white, well, not really white, this tan outline. Just kind of clean it up. I need to turn that off. Oops. Which kitty? Which one? It was Glitch. Yes, Alcos bet correctly. Give him all the monies. Came in here, he ate a little bit, he scratched, and then he left. Oops. That was pretty messy. Kind of hard to have a steady hand on a mouse because it will just jerk every once in a while. This old mouse pad. Okay. Close enough. I don't know, these edges, oops, kind of a shape like that. Did not mean to flip horizontally, not that it matters too much. Don't know if the hands are the best match for this area. I think color-wise it's good, but it's a little too on the nose, maybe. This, however, I do want to make a little bit of adjustments with. Should I be able to do so? I don't know. Colors. Colors, colors, colors. I think maybe having that blood red is probably a good idea. Zarlark just subscribed on Twitch Prime. What? Thank you very much, Zarlark. Carrie gave Alcas one little penny. I love it. I love it so much. It's humorous. I think that red does look pretty good. Maybe we will stick with these colors. Who knows? Now that I'm looking at this other one, it looks awfully bland. Which, I mean, again, it's weird because I love the whole dark feeling vibe of a thing, but I also want to like have the juxtaposition. So like having that dark somber feel, but I tend to just jam color to things. And stained glass, it worked, because stained glass are crazy colorful things usually. But it might end up where I get this all set up and then I might go back and do some retextures with like super ultra angsty dark mode color combination. Yeah, it's not a bad palette. My cat looks so sad. Be right back. I gotta give her love. You rub her face. You tell her she's loved and she's adorable. No. I think for the outside, we'll use that red. Oh, I guess I could get rid of these fringes. I'm not going to be doing them. Hmm. I'm gonna get rid of that black. I'm just gonna do that. And then we just have the light of it, but I want to extract that, so we're going to quickly move this layer out of its group, turn everything off, copy, paste, turn everything back on. Drag it back down in here. Now we can duplicate it and image adjustments. Oh, actually, I guess we can just lock the layer and just paint over top of it now. Yay! She gets half my love, my dragon gets the other half. Okay, the app decided to die, but the website is fine, so I guess I get to watch on the site instead? I mean, I guess. I'll just build this real quick. Now you guys see all of the photo bashing stuff. Getting ideas together nice and quick. Oops, that was the wrong way, wasn't it? Just get these corners done. Close enough. Cool. And my free transform. Rotate it. Dang it. Cool. Man, the horrible thing about this is that I'm gonna be making this design and then I'm gonna put the rug texture over it and it's gonna be done. I'm like, oh, but that's gonna look, it's not gonna look like a real rug. I don't know how to sew, I don't know how to rug make, so I don't know how to make it the most realistic as possible. And that makes me just a little bit sad. Oof. Commander Root, thank you so much for the follow. I'm glad to see you're enjoying the stream. My rug concept design. I think we need to bring this in a little bit though. Just gonna duplicate that layer again, just so I have a backup. There we go. Bring this in a little bit. Move this down, because I want to have that edge to the rug, which won't have like any of the fancy design stuff on it. I know that much about rugs. It doesn't go to the very, very edge. I got that knowledge going for me. Alright, alright. Now, what to put in the inside of this, really? I mean, it doesn't... Maybe it doesn't need anything, but I feel like it's a little bit too spacious. Should probably have a little something. A little something, something. Just center it a little bit better. Keep track of all of my layers. Alright, now, I've lost the tops of these. I kind of want to have that arrow, triangle. So bring that down. And I guess we could squash this a little. I apply, and our wonderful blue layer is sticking out again. Just gonna crop that. Yes, so my brain is saying a skull should be here. Probably, well, I guess we can use the same color scheme there. It jives pretty well with the banner. You know what? Do I still have that skull asset laying around? Don't know. I'm gonna find out. I think I might have finally archived it, but we'll see. Yeah. Never mind then. I thought I had like a little skull from the Awake mod, the Manmarco mod, that I could just grab real quick. Is not what I want in life. Skull shaped like that's the sides. Or want to face on. I think without the jawbone, something like this. I think that might be applicable. Let me just see what that looks like real quick. If I can grab it out of my folder, that's the thing. Trying to keep a semblance of organizational power going on. Get rid of all the black here to really see what's up. Now, this skull. I'm gonna take this layer and get rid of the black again. So we just have a nice skull icon. Let's say okay. I'm gonna copy it. And yeah, that's what I figured. Alright, so this is why with the last one, how I dragged it out and I turned all the layers off. Because if you just copy it and then paste, all of that data still exists that we've just hidden the black stuff. So if you turn off everything so it's on a transparent background, you can just copy merged, so it just copies what it sees, and then you end up without that data in it. I don't know if there's an easier way to do that. If there is, I would love to know about it. So far, that's my workaround. Skull, and I'm going to duplicate it, and then let's go back to our color palette here. We have a nice dark. I don't think that's going to work because it's probably going to need to be the lighter color here, because that's what seems to look good to my eye zoomed out, but we'll see. And it also might need shading because I don't know how it looks flat. That might work. Might honestly just work. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, what if we make this skull this lighter color? It's gonna pop. And then underneath it, we take that dark red color. Still not using my Wacom. And I probably should. Because this is hard to do with a mouse. Something like that. There are people over and they are loud. I think that looks pretty cool. Take that, duplicate it, stick it in a folder so that we can just go free transform and flip vertically, and we're donesies. Just drag that down. Make sure it's lined up correctly. I think we did a pretty good job though. Yeah. Alright, still don't have ideas for the center, but we're kind of far along. Further than before. The outside is really, really bright though. I think it's a little bit too distracting. So if we can go back to this piece. I think an outline of the gold is good. But maybe change the internal color of it. I do this dark blue or this red. The dark blue. That is better. And then if we go into the layers properties, oops, wait a minute. Oh no, get out of here. Gonna just highlight that. Get that color that I want. And we do stroke, oh god, it's ugly. Strokes never seem to work out nicely. Like you get all of these jagged edges that you just don't want, and the way it strokes is not very smooth either, so it's just they need to do better. I think they can make it a better algorithm. But I think that gives us a pretty good idea of what it will look like. I think a stronger stroke, it just detracts again, so it would have to be somewhat subtle. One pixel. I think 2 might be a little bit too loud. Certainly now. Certainly now it's too loud. Yeah, it's not too bad. Now I have all of these layers, these unsorted layers. My god. It's just easier to just create new stuff and just keep up the pace. I'll sort it later, I guess. I want to try taking the little wing things off of this, see how it looks. Honestly, it's probably better with them. It looks a little bit silly, but it's better to have something there. Kind of draws the eye in. Yeah, alright. We'll keep them for the time being. It is 5 o'clock. So I guess we'll have to figure out the rest of this next time. Find out what we come up with. But so far so good. We're getting there. This is all just the figuring stuff out stage. Figuring out what we needed, figuring out the designs, and then getting all of the nifs together and start finding those textures and retexturing them, making new assets for the game. So yeah, let me get rid of all this. Save one last time. And now I can say thank you guys for coming. Those of you who stuck around. I am glad that you find interest in this. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And thank you. Spread the word if you like the stream, because it always helps the channel grow. Check out the Discord if you have not for some fun emotes and a really nice community. And you can always check out the events tab on the Twitch channel to know what we'll be streaming next. As it is Friday, it is the end of the week for me in terms of streaming. And since Chillfest is cancelled, there's no more streams until Monday, when we get into the creation kit and we fiddle around more with the sanctuary structure. And I try really hard to make that whole tunnel thing work, even though it was never meant for it. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it really cool. And finally fix the stained glass. Make it look nice and legit. So yes. Thank you again to Zarlarg for the subscription. And it doesn't actually list it, the follow on the Stream Elements activity feed. Oh my. Well, Commander Root, thank you for the follow. Because at least it says it in the chat. I hope you guys continue to have a good day. And if there's something that you liked or disliked about the stream, you can always click the stream feedback links in either the Twitch info panel or on the Discord and let me know all about it. As always, from my heart to yours, good luck.